Every job has problems to solve, ranging from as simple as, should I send this email, to as complex as finding more aerodynamic materials. Even as algorithms get better at making recommendations, the critical analysis and good judgment required to solve certain problems remains a human skill that organizations prioritize in their hires. No matter the complexity of the problem, following the ICAD steps can help. ICAD stands for Identify, Consult, Analyze, Develop. Let's start with step 1, identify. We usually become aware of a problem's existence when a process, behavior, or technical function isn't meeting our needs. It may be inefficient due to a bottleneck or dysfunctional because of how it's organized. In such cases, awareness leads to problem identification. For example, during a meeting, your supervisor raises concerns that you're not escalating major issues to the project lead quickly enough. You decide to treat this feedback like a problem to solve. At your next meeting, you tell your supervisor that, to your knowledge, no documentation exists to differentiate minor and major issues, and you lack clarity as a result. You offer to explore a solution for this issue, to which they instantly agree. Verifying that you've identified the right problem is important because it prevents us from wasting time by pursuing the wrong priorities. So it's critical to have these conversations and get on the same page. Now you're ready for step 2, consult. Consulting materials and people when we're trying to solve a problem helps us to better understand what causes them and tells us how others have dealt with similar situations. Discovering useful information from a sea of knowledge requires us to work smart, which relies on asking the right questions. When it comes to sourcing the most useful information, ask yourself, where can I find high-quality information on the topic? Or, what do other organizations or people do? When it comes to asking people about the problem, you might want to ask why the problem happens, what's been done to address it in the past, and what can be done better. With enough high-quality information, you're ready for step 3, analyze. To analyze is to put together new information in a way that gets you closer to a solution. It's important to be critical at this stage and continue to ask more questions. Let's say you find a template organizations like yours use to map out their issue escalation process workflow. Before you present this option, or any others, to your supervisor, you must analyze how it could work in your context by questioning, is it more trouble than it's worth? What needs to be in place for it to work? How would people learn to use it? Would they require new training? Having critically analyzed your options, it's time for step 4, develop. Developing a solution requires you to think through specifics like how to adapt to your context, what tasks need to be completed, and who needs to be involved and at what stages. Even the best solution is futile without a plan, so thinking these needs through is key to landing on a solution that's realistic. For example, even though you'd benefit from a formal issue reporting protocol, you realize that creating one would be a complex undertaking that exceeds your current needs and resources. In the end, you decide to propose 2 far simpler solutions. The if in doubt report it plan will ensure you're escalating issues that could be major promptly, and you'll also document examples of minor versus major problems, so there will be explicit documentation awaiting the next person that encounters this problem, and they won't need to start from scratch. Conclusion. It's no surprise that people who can work through problems and arrive at practical solutions are an asset to their employers. When finding a solution to a problem you face on the job, remember to think it through critically and following ICAD's 4 simple steps. Identify, consult, analyze, and develop.